Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to No Man's Land. As you can see, I've made a start. We are not even going to make it once around the headland before I am full. But we checked last time and there's just not really a possibility of upgrading this. Not yet, anyway. Now, I have made a little bit more money in between the episodes. I've also done what I said I was going to do, which is get the two fields that don't have any straw on fertilised and cultivated and subsoiled. So the Ursus is just finishing off subsoiling at the moment. But I made a little bit more money because I realised we still had the header, the corn header for the previous harvester. So I sold that. That was 1,500. And then I realised that we had a full crate of firewood that was just sitting there doing nothing. So I have sold that as well, and now we're starting to sell straw, which, as we know, gives us a pretty good amount of income. I also ran a little test just to see, and if I put straw in the bucket of the John Deere, the little John Deere, I can actually tip it into the cow pen, barn, that's the one. I can tip it into there and it does actually recognise it, so you can see right now, ooh, he's almost done, we have got 892 litres of straw in there. So that is a possibility, a way of getting it in, just for now. It's not a solution because they require a lot of straw and we can only pick up 950 litres in the bucket. That's going to take a very long time to be putting all of that straw in. So it's not the most ideal way of doing it, but it will at least get us started, I think. So, in terms of money, we're now doing pretty well. We are going to make more as we crack on here, and that was exactly what I was waiting for, because I don't want to start a time lapse when I know that that guy is actually going to flash up his little trigger message. It's quite annoying. So we'll get this guy full, then we can get the Ursus. We can possibly get the Ursus seeding, but I'm not sure. I don't know if he's got the power to do it, so we'll have to have a look. I think I also used a weight last time on the front of here to keep him balanced, and the Ursus cannot attach a weight, so that would make things a little bit tricky. But anyway, we're almost full. Almost. And now we are full. So we'll go and deliver this. That'll be a bit more money for us. And this episode, we're not going to be dealing with the straw that's over there. There's too much of it. What I'll do is I'll collect up one load and dump it here so that we can put it into the cow pen, barn, I keep calling it a pen. But yeah, that'll be it. And that's because, really, we need to get ourselves a baler. And I need to test something. I believe that if I get a TMR machine and just put straw in, I can use it to then put straw into the pen. Barn, how many times am I going to do that? Yes, so I think we can do that, but I need to test that off screen. So, let me go and sort out the Ursus, and when I'm back we'll start a time lapse of collecting the straw. Right. The Ursus is done. He's not able to do the seeding. He's just not powerful enough, really. So we'll have to do that afterwards with this guy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start a time lapse. Okay, so we haven't finished the field, but I can collect that last bit off camera very quickly. I also haven't put the HUD back on. That's because I want you to have a guess at how much money is in the bank account at the moment. I'll give you a hint. It's pretty good. I can't guess because I actually have a pretty good idea, because I have been checking it. So, how much do you think we've got after selling this load? Bearing in mind, we do still have a little bit of... We have some soybeans left in the trailer, I think only 2,000 litres, and a tiny bit of straw left on the field. What do you think? Have a think about it while I collect those last two bits and sell the soybeans and the straw. I have sold the last few bits, and I've also collected this of straw. That's because we're going to tip this, not too much, because I don't want to make a real mess, and we're going to use this with this guy to actually put some more straw in. However, I want to turn the HUD back on, so I hope you've made your guesses. The answer for how much money we have in the bank is 86,545. Yes. We have done staggeringly well, to be honest. Much better than I thought we were going to do. So that's great news. Now, this is something I want to get done very, very quickly. So we're going to waste no time about it at all. I don't have to do it all now. I can do some of it later off camera. I probably will do a fair amount of it off camera. And yeah, I'm going to have to investigate. The most ideal thing, of course, would be to buy a new baler. But balers are expensive. Even round balers are expensive. So we just have to think carefully what we're going to do, but we'll see. For now, at least we can get the cows, and get them cracking on producing manure. There we go. So I don't know how much we actually put in there. It's difficult to tell. Let's see. They've got 3288. Okay, so we've still got, yeah, about 20,000 litres in here. That pile looked enormous, but it wasn't that big. So, now that we have all of this money, what are we going to do with it? Well, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. What we are going to do is, we're going to take that mower, we're going to repair it, and then we're going to sell it. And what are we going to do with the grass fields? Well, we're going to get those mowers that I've been looking at for ages. Yeah, we'll finally buy them. That'll be good. That'll be good. Finally get some bigger equipment. And bigger equipment means that we can do jobs quicker. I say this all the time, but it's true. The quicker we can do the jobs, the more different jobs we can do in an episode. Gives a bit more variety. But as I'm here, I'm going to repair him as well. We repair for 20, and then we sell. Sold him for 1863. Right. So now, on to the mowers. We are going to need a bigger windrow as well. So, this guy here. Perfect. I'm going to buy him new. It's nice to have new things. Lovely. We could have gone with something bigger, but they require more horsepower, so... Oh, wow. That guy's a beast, but yeah, a lot more horsepower required. Oh yeah, we have these as well. Oh well. I'm happy with the purchase, to be honest. So, let's get ourselves hooked up, and then we can get over and get that grass field cut, because that grass field does need to be turned into another field that we can grow wheat in. regarding the situation with us not having room to store the wheat, I have contacted the Spanish government and they are looking into it to try and find a possible solution for me. So we can unfold him now while we're on the way. We won't unfold him just yet. I'm very excited to do this, to be honest, because this is just going to make life so much easier. Bigger tools mean quicker work. Now I do need a screenshot, so I'll be back in a moment. Right, so we switch them both on, and then I should have a hotkey for this. We'll check. I do. Lovely. So let's get mowing. Oh, look at that. Look how rapid we can mow. Rapidly? I don't know what the words are. Real mower is currently turned on. I don't know if I want it on. I'm kind of just mowing like a maniac at the moment, including outside of the field. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Not what I was really planning, but yeah, let's just mow like maniacs, as I said. May as well get ourselves a good bit of grass. I have no clue where the field boundary is anymore. I've sort of lost it. It's on the right. We're kind of just off to the right of it, I can see. Let me do that. There we go. Look, now we can see where the field boundary is. But yeah, we'll cut all the grass anyway. Why not? Especially because this grass is actually going to be used to make hay. We don't need hay. Hay is the one thing that the cows have got most of, but at the same time, why not? Hay is quite easy to do. We'll do a little bit of simulation, as we're not using seasons. We will leave the hay to dry a little bit overnight, and then we can ted it tomorrow. We will, of course, also have to get ourselves some new tedding and windrowing equipment, because ours is, yeah, it's a little small. But that's not a big deal. We have got the funds to cover this. Right now, we're in a very comfortable position, even considering the cost of the harvester that we've got to pay. The only thing that worries me is that we're not going to have any income for a little while. Apart from the milk from the cows, the only thing we're getting is coming from our placeables. Because none of the fields are currently seeded. And as soon as they are seeded, they're going to be growing wheat, which will be used for the delivery. So we don't have any potential money for a little while. That is a concern, but we can cope. So this is a much quicker job. I'm thoroughly enjoying having the tools to do a job quickly. If I'd stuck to the actual field, we'd probably be close to finished by now. But because I just got a bit too excited about this and decided that we'd just go for it anyway. We'd start mowing everything in sight, even if it wasn't actually necessary. But I can see here we are going to get left with a patch that doesn't fit. That's annoying. Now, the plan is still the same plan, in the sense of we're going to still be continuing on here. We're going to be doing multiple episodes. we are still going to go with the 5-year challenge, and we're still going to go with the other one, which I didn't actually tell you guys the name of, but the 5-year challenge is now going to be on 22, FS22 that is. The reason for this is because I think there are enough mods released now that I can justify doing a series. I will, unfortunately, I say unfortunately, it's not really a big deal, but I will be using the FS22 base game seasons, because obviously there is no seasons right now, not the one from Realismus. I have no idea about that. I've not really been following any information, so I don't know if Realismus are planning on even doing it. We'll see, I suppose. But yes, we are going to be using the base game on that particular... It's not a challenge, that one. It's an idea. This is the real challenge. And from now on, all my games are also going to be on medium or easy. This one was a bit of a special case. I left it on hard because it was meant to be a challenge, and it didn't seem like much of a challenge if we were on easy mode. Which is why it is very difficult for us to actually make money. Why am I still on ×1? I only did that earlier to try and make sure we didn't run out of time. I wanted to get all the jobs done in the light, but we're good. Okay, right. I am now going to get this done. We're not going to do a time lapse. The other job was a long job, so I don't think we need a time lapse. So I'm just going to crack on and get this finished, and I'll see you when it's done. So this is it, we're almost done, and as expected, it did not take long at all. I like this new setup. Yes, so this is going to help greatly. Obviously this field is no longer going to be a grass field, but we do have that rather substantial one in the upper corner of the map. That is going to need to be looked after at some point. We haven't cut it since planting it, actually. So, let's lift the tools up, fold that guy, turn him off, and also fold him up. There we go, lovely. Okay, so in terms of what else to do this episode, there is not really anything to do. As I said, we do need to buy a new baler. We also need to get a new windrower and a new tedder, because they're both just a little bit small, to be honest. Not so small that it's impossible to use them, but just a little bit. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. I didn't want to take him that far back. That's perfect, there we go. And I need to refuel him because he is completely empty. So I'm also not going to do that field. Not going to do anything to it just yet. But in between episodes, just to get a bit of a head start, I am going to seed the 2 wheat fields, or the 2 fields that we did last time. We'll leave the largest field to do together. So, this was a very profitable and a fun episode, actually. So, thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.